seem to shake you, baby. I can't seem to shake you, baby. All I do is dream about you, baby. All I do is dream about you. Remember when you loved me? I loved you, and then you left me alone. You know I'd always come back home. We can't pretend that this is the end, baby. All I do is dream about you. I can't seem to shake you, baby. I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up. Save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight it seems I'm tangled up in you, tangled up in you. I can't seem to shake you, baby. I can't seem to shake you, baby. I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up, and I will save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight it seems I'm tangled up in you, tangled up in you, tangled up in you, tangled up
My. Live on ChicanoTube, live on Chicano Street. You already know who it is. I highly appreciate all the day wonders in the comment section. Tangled up in you. You know what I realized? Shit, my intro is harder than a lot of people's pinchy whole podcast. Harder, que pinche palabra. Gracias to all the day wonders. Gracias to everyone in the pinche members only. You already know who you are. The backbone of the community. We are back on Wednesday night. Yes, we're back on Wednesday night giving you that fix. We're going to talk about it. I apologize for the delays in between. You know, usually I run un en vivo el lunes or el martes, something quick, something on the go. But it's been a lot going on in the real world, in reality. All right, let me go ahead and get the chat up. But again, gracias to all the day wonders. Gracias to everyone in the members only. The Chicano pages, you already know who you are. I highly appreciate you. The IG pages, the Raza on YouTube Landia. To all the Raza on YouTube Landia, you know, I got your back, cabrones. We're a community. We stay together. The Raza cuida the Raza, and we don't need any babosos claiming they are and are trying to advance and help us. We might get into that tonight. I don't know. But anyways, gracias to all the day wonders. Don't forget to hit that like. hit that pinchy subscribe. And when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time that we go live right here on ChicanoTube every single Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and we'll sprinkle it sometime in between. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into what we're going to talk about tonight. I've seen these topics trending, but in all honesty, I have not had one pinchy second to watch anyone's videos. I just wish I had the time. I really wish I had the time. Speaking of that, we're also going to be talking about ChicanoTube 3.0, something a little bit distant in the future, but I want to already plant the seed tonight for the raza. And then I'm going to open it up to let you know, once I announce ChicanoTube 3.0, who's all going to be on there, because maybe we'll start doing interviews. I don't know. So we got to talk about the new draft law. We'll talk about ChicanoTube 3.0 for damn sure. Lefty. We're going to talk about Lefty, this LA rapper who is not my cup of tea. I mean, his voice is a little off to me, like it never broke through puberty. It is what it is. That's just his voice, right? His bar level is 1 to 10, a strong 7. His bar level is don't get Lefty Gunplay on a Thizzler cipher. You put Lefty Gunplay on a Thizzler cipher, they will tear his ass up to 1,000 pieces, and he's going to leave there just tore up. And like, damn, I really thought I had bars until I hit Thizzler. But he's trending again, so we're going to talk about Lefty Gunplay and his statements, and we'll bring up, I'm going to bring up 2 or 3 videos, maybe 1 or 2 articles. We're going to start incorporating a little bit more articles and videos here for the podcast, but I highly appreciate you. Mr. No Name is in the casa. I said West Side Mo is in the casa. That's right. Trying to stack a grip on the West Side Mo. If you're old enough, tell me what CD that is right there. Oh, hasta se me olvidó. Espérate un segundo. Someone messaged me right before I went on. He said, Alvin's on live. Alvin's on live. Pues ese pendejo, who wants to listen to that? Ese pendejo, man. He got fired from politics, and he's going to try to preach to you about politics. What he needs to do is make amends to his own neighborhood and his own community and apologize to the people and say, I ran for office. I asked you for your vote. I got fired, and I lied to you, and I said it was about a printer, and I only went 2 times in 1 year, and that's my whole political career in a nutshell. And now he's going to preach to you about politics. That's fine. I mean, when he says brown people, I do appreciate that. Hey, advance it. Hey, brown people, hey, all to the gravy, baby. We're going to talk about JuneTeenth tonight. Also, before I forget, JuneTeenth tonight. Oh, but what I wanted to show you guys was we're getting ready for baby. Some people ask me, hey, Mikey, how do you get that rola and all that? Well, it's called YouTube music licensing. Now, a lot of people don't want to incorporate music into their videos because guess what? Yes, they take revenue. They will take revenue from you because you want to license music. I'm not in this shit for the revenue. I'm in this shit to enlighten the people, to empower Chicanos through knowledge and through experience. So I appreciate all the day oneers over here. My boy Mile High Hustle, that's right, cabron. Oh, so let me show you guys what we got in store for this Friday night. This Friday night, we're going to have the 1-year anniversary. So here we go. Look at this one right here. This is 2XL for the fellas. Look, we got the tank top. The tank top is banging. 2XL tank top. Oh, don't forget the ladies. Don't forget the lady. I got large, okay? I'm giving you guys the sizes, okay? You know, I got large right here. So large tank top for the ladies. Cubo. All right. For the men, They're always asking me for the beanies. All right, here we got the beanie right here. Cubo. And then we got one for the ladies también. Of course, the ladies got to represent. Hay muchas chicanas out there on the internet. Don't tell me there's not, cabrones. So to the chicanas, here's another one right here. Boom, here's the beanie. It's going down this Friday night. We just appreciate from me, Miss ChicanoTube, you guys tuning in every Wednesday, Friday, to the Chicano Hour, which is us. Basically, I don't want to confuse the people. Anytime I go live, it's the Chicano Hour. You better just believe that. You better believe that. We have that on the, we done coined that. Everyone's going to have to come to ChicanoTube, okay? If they got a difference of an opinion, let's hear it out, okay, cabrones? But anyways, this Friday night, 1-year anniversary live, gracias to you guys. It's because of you, cabrones. 11,000 soldiers, un año. God is good. God is good. We got a seat at the table. We're doing damage. All you got to do is continue to do your part, continue to tune in, continue to like, continue to subscribe and to support. Enough of the cotorreo, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. But let me give a roll call. That's right, my boy. Big Puppet's in the casa. Saludos, Mikey. Sending mine to you and yours. Well, I send mine right back to you, my boy. My boy. Big Puppet is in the house, cabron. You got a pinche, another Rags the Richest Stories. I'm telling you, they would love Big Puppet to have you on these podcasts. Big Puppet could be on Hood Stocks. He could, once he hits his story on one couch to the another, they're gonna want to invite Big Puppet. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate you and everything you did for me growing up, having my back and everything, cabron. I appreciate you. E-Raw 209, that's right, my boy. That's right, bring it in. That's right, Gnarly Vato. What's up, homies? That's right. My boy KCB Chemistry is in there with the pinchy beakers blowing shit up all the time. That's right, my boy. Orale Mike's World, he says, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We're going to do it this Friday night, giveaway time. It's time to just give back to the people. Either name that movie, name that quote, trivia questions, y todo ese desmadre. It's going to happen this Friday night. So I don't know if it's going to be 6, 6:30, 7. Be on the lookout for the thumbnail. Obviously, that's going to get it cracking, right? All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into at least something first that the people wanted me to talk about. I appreciate you that reach out to me on IG Landia. There it is. Show my pinche cara. All right, here it is. All right. Calor, man. Shit. Not even 10 minutes in the podcast, and I'm already sweating through this gorra. All right, here we go. All right, here it is. So this is the new draft law. The gente wanted me to talk about this. Let's go ahead and break this down. Last roll call real quick. Happy 1977, girl. I appreciate you, amiga. Beanie, that's right, my boy. Baby Love Substance, that's right. Hey, happy girl, that's right. We got ChicanoTube ladies deep in the comments section. Fuck your feelings. That's what I always say. What's up, brother? That's right, my boy. LFG. That's right, my boy. Risky Business con 5 banderas mexicana. That's the motherland. Never forget about it. I know you don't agree with everything I say, and a lot of other cabrones don't agree with everything I say. There's not that many Chicano channels anyways. These cabrones are different razas, with all due respect. You know what I mean? We're talking about Lefty. I'm like, we need to raza check him too. I just want to make sure these vatos aren't culture vultures. They're trying to come up off of our culture. I don't know. I feel like talking now. A lot of these vatos, like, when I heard Lefty, okay, I'm like, when I hear these vatos and they're named, Franklin Holiday, just making sure, because we got Vlad and we got a lot of other cabrones, and then people get upset with Chicano too, because I'm the first one that came out here and laid it down and got everyone over there in Alvin's comment sections, panties all up in a bunch, because ChicanoTube said this and he said that, and it is what it is, cabrones. We might get into Alvin. We might just leave him the fuck alone tonight. I don't know. All right. So let's go back into this. The new draft law. So let's read this, cabrones. Truth behind the U.S. House bill that automatically registers men for the draft. Here we go. You know, and men, I mean, come on, the men right now, you know, we need to get back to some manly man shit. Storming the beaches of Iwo Jima, World War I, World War II, where the men were real men, leaking testosterone everywhere, fearless, men's men, men that wouldn't avoid confrontations, but would rather settle shit. You know what? You got beef? Come on, just pull up to the gym. Let's just handle it. Throw the gloves on. But I'm sure you don't want to show, yourself getting your teeth knocked out. So anyways, every year Congress passes a bill called the National Defense Authorization Act, which gives the U.S. military its yearly budget. Here we go. On June 14th, a couple days ago, the U.S. House of Representatives passed H.R. 8070, the National Defense Authorization Act for 2025. One provision, here we go. It got everybody up in a bunch. Panties all up in a bunch. One provision in this version of the bill stood out to a lot of people online. Automatically registering all males between the ages of 18 and 26 in the selective service system. In more common terms, the military draft. So here, I guess this is a pinchy Twitter account or X account. Breaking. U.S. House of Representatives passes bill automatically registering men 18 to 26 for selective services. 217 to 199 reported Fox News. Foreigners will be excluded from this obligation. Let's talk about that for a second. We've been having a record number in the United States of foreigners. It's neither here and that's neither there, right? We've been having a record number of foreigners. If you didn't know, the last administration, under the last administration, there had been immigration for at least total, and these are just numbers that are counted. They're not, of course, you can't count the cabrones that went over the mountains. You can't count the cabrones that went with the coyotes. You're never going to be able to count all of them, right? So the numbers could be skewed a little bit. I'm not 100% on the numbers, but immigration right now has gone full capacity. I mean, full capacity. They can't process anyone else. But here is an election year, so they're going to promise us everything, right? Okay. So it's funny, though. Foreigners can come, demand everything the country of the United States, because we are in the country of the United States. Cálmanse cabrones. I know there's a lot of people that say, this is stolen land and Mexico land. Well, let's just deal with modern day politics, okay? It's 2024. Before you say, let's go back to temple sacrifices and all that. It's 2024. This is the system we've been given. It's a two-party system. Like it or leave it, we're in it. And like it or leave it, there's two ideologies that reign in the United States. There's a conservative, which leans more to God and country and families and traditional things. And then there's liberal, saying screw everything that's traditional. We need to evolve, and it sounds like you're popping LSD and open thinking, and nothing should be as it is, and 29 genders, and then so there's liberal and then there's conservative, right? I lean hard conservative. So some people have a problem with their children, their men particularly, and remember what this bill said. It said all men. All men. Understand that. So what does that mean? All men means not just if there's one boy in the family, only him, one boy in the family, and no one else. There used to be laws that used to protect the only man-child of the family in order for the familia to keep the name alive and keep it going. But this is saying different. This is saying all men are going to automatically be registered for the selective service once they turn 18, and they will be unregistered once they turn 26. Now, there's a lot of podcasts out there. Cabrón. there's a lot of podcasts out there that say, you know what? I don't want my children signed. I don't want none of my sons automatically being registered to get in this pinchy draft or to get into any kind of war for the United States. And why is that? That is because a lot of people say the wars that happen nowadays are all staged wars. They're all pre-planned wars. O sea, a lot of people I've heard on podcasts are saying, why would I want my son to die when the glory, if there ever was one, I believe there was, or that could just be a facade of the United States, just make you proud and born in the U.S. and all that shit. The glory days of the United States Army have passed. Some people are saying they got the conquest that they got. They got the W's that they got. I don't even know if the United States has ever taken an L. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. They got the W's that they got. But enlistment in the U.S. branches of Army, Marines, Navy, you name it, military branches, is way down. Enlistment is way down, and what's going on with the gente not running to the military to want to protect this country? Well, I can see why people would be hesitant. All the shit that's going on, all the shit that's happening all over the country. I mean, you got destruction of the country happening on so many different types of levels, literally from to the people, which is the worst, getting sold out by these politicians that are literally poisoning us every day, poisoning the water supply, poisoning the food. Could you imagine when the soldiers left to Vietnam at some point to say, you know what, pinche USA, this is it. This is the country, and I got to defend it. And then they come back from Vietnam and find a bunch of pinchy hippies standing outside these bus stations, popping quaaludes, talking about baby killers and this and that and this and that, when these soldiers are so traumatized from all the shit that they've seen, bullets whizzing, zipping. If you never heard a bullet fly by your head, you're blessed. Zipping and whizzing, and they come back so traumatized just to have their own country not accept them. It's a common story. So I understand why enlistment in the U.S. military would be at an all-time low. Now, I'm not wishing it. I'm not propagating for or against it. I definitely back the blue. I'm definitely pro-law enforcement. I mean, if we didn't have law enforcement, what are we going to go back to? Pre-1776 barbarian shit? I mean, let's just keep that a buck. Is the justice system perfect? Hell no. Hell, far from it. Money talks and bullshit takes the bus. I'm a realist. No me han lavado el coco. I'm not siding here, siding there. I'm a realist with the U.S. government and in the U.S. system that we have right now. So there is a difference, though. Cálmense. Before everyone goes off the deep end. And I've seen some titles of some videos, but again, I don't have a damn minute to even watch anyone's videos. I don't at all. And then watch who you're listening to también. Don't let it be one of these cabrones. It's just in it for views. It's in it for likes. It's in it to blah, blah, blah. Or especially one of these cabrones that gets fired from politics and then all he wants to talk is politics. My bad, dispensa, gente. You know when you got to do a hair check, you got to make sure it's clean. Shout out to EBK, man. I tapped into Conejo's profiles. Hey, I appreciate you, carnalito. Gracias for the wrench. I'm actually going to be mentioning EBK at the end of this video. So tune in when I plant the seed for some future plans that I have for ChicanoTube, which is ChicanoTube 3.0. You're going to find out what that is really, really soon. But just stay to the end of the broadcast, and then you'll be able to find out about that, all right? That's right. Hairnet Tony says, the U.S. took an L in Vietnam. Damn, man. Or is that just propaganda, cabron? Is that propaganda? You know what? I think I'm going to have phone calls tonight. I think we're going to do phone calls tonight because, again, I'm only 40. I have to think about it, right? 42, right? Or 43? Am I 43? I think I'm 43. I'm only 43, so I'm not claiming to know every damn thing. So we're going to open up the phone lines tonight because I love when people, put me up on game. That's what I love. So maybe Hairnet Tony want to call in and say how the United States took an L while we keep it pushing down this line. So there's a difference, cabrones, cálmense, before it's the end of the world, and oh my gosh, and the internet is saying that all the boys are gone, and my son, let's just, hug and cry because you're in the army now. I remember that one oldie, I need you, oh, I need you, you're in the army now. Orale, I'm going to have to sing less. You know what I mean? I'm going to start losing viewers. But anyways, so enlistment is way low. I understand that morale is way low. Who the hell would want to enroll in the United States Army when you got a pendejo commander-in-chief? And he's not even commanding anything. You have to be a complete buffoon to think that this guy has more than 2 brain cells left, and he's not just moping around. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Everyone's pulling him on the arm. Go this way. Go this way. He's like un perrito que on the leash. You got to pull him. That would be the best choice. 9% inflation. I don't want to get into that. 6% unemployment. I don't want to get into that. And you don't think I know the numbers? Oh, I know the numbers. I know the numbers. It's funny as someone had commented and said, hey, Alvin's talking real estate. ¿Qué este baboso sabe? First of all, if any of the raza wanted to be put up on game, you could comment right here and you could drop it in the pinchy chat. Second of all, you could also reach out to me on IG because there's not one cabron on the face of this earth that can say, hey, they reached out to me on IG for advice, guidance, etc., and that I didn't get back to them. So I reached back out to everyone. But some of these babosos are just stepping out of their realm. And then he wants to talk about finances, and he's filed for bankruptcy 2 times. Someone help me. Help. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. All right, let me go ahead and go some of the comments. That's right, Erod209. That's right, my boy. You have to show strength, cabron. Well, men have to show strength, cabron. Yeah, the military, it can't be full of chavalas, way. No chavalas, you know what I mean?
Life's a risk, carnal.
It's a fucking risk to go over there and to lose your life. And so, yeah, if you're not just around nothing but alphas that are going in, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of benefits they got. I don't know what's going on. But again, gente, don't get scared. There is a difference between registering for the pinchy draft, okay, and getting drafted. Okay, just know that there's a huge difference on that, cabrones. There's a difference on registering. So they will automatically put your babies. I'm talking to the moms out there because some of the moms, they get emotional. This is your baby. So they're putting your babies, to the mom's name, automatically on their 18th birthday. Now, maybe some of the moms will comment in the comment section. Are the moms okay with that? Maybe some of the moms, maybe I don't know. Maybe, I try to be as objective as possible. You let me know. I'm here just to put the facts out there. I leave it to the raza's court. Maybe some of the moms are like, yes, that's what my son needs. He needs structure. He needs discipline. They got benefits. Okay. But take into consideration, they got a low enlistment because I believe they got low morale right now inside that pinchy military because the glory days are gone. Maybe things will change. If Uncle Trump gets back into office, maybe things will change, come November 6th. maybe things will change. All right, let's keep it pushing, gente. I wanted to bring up one more thing. Well, a couple more things, right? But let's go ahead and keep it pushing, right? Mi linda raza. Got all my college fully paid by the VA. Okay, that's right, my boy. That's right, E-Rod 209, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. Hey, handle that business. Hey, you put in the work. Hey, you deserve the benefit, carnal. Absolutely. We get what we got coming, right? That's right. Saludos, E-Rod. I appreciate you, G. Cubole Cultura Cafes in the casa. That's right, my boy. I highly appreciate you for hitting Chicano Street one more time, cabron. Hit it, Kyle. Al viernes a la noche, cabron. Because we're going to be doing the giveaway. It's going down. Here we go. We got the, look at that. We got the tanks for the fellas. This is happening on Friday night. I mean, this is what I want to do. You know, this is what I want to do with super chats. This is what I want to do with donations. You guys really don't have to. No, serio, from the bottom of my pinchy heart. But what happens when you bless someone that doesn't need the blessing? Well, say, I'm not saying I'm perfect or I'm not, you know, I always need God every single day. But, you know, when you bless someone that has, God looks at that and sees it, even if it's your last. It could be your last pinchy coin or whatever. So anyways, here it is. Something for the ladies. Friday night. Something for the ladies right there. We got we got the beanies now on deck. Here we go. And that's a cabezón beanie too. Para los cabezones. Boy, that's a 2X tank top. So for the men. And Friday night, here we go. We got more merch. So plenty more merch coming up Friday for the 1-year anniversary. And maybe you'll see Miss ChicanoTube come on here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into something that's a little controversial. We don't avoid controversy here at all. Here, of course, the mainstay of the pinche gente, somos Chicanos, somos Mexicanos. This is the Raza's channel. Let's keep that a buck. I'm as objective as possible with everything, gente. Believe me or not. It's not CNN. It's not Fox. It's nothing controlling me. The way I view things is the way I take into consideration how my parents view things, how my grandparents, my upbringing, me being a proud Chicano, amando dos países, Estados Unidos y a Mexico. That's where I come from. Lefty Gunplay. Or some people call him Lefty Meth Play. Just got to make sure the hair is on point, cabrones. Make sure the hair is on point. Brillantina, Tres Flores. That's right. It was one of my members only right there. Dallas-Fort Worth photographers in the casa. Mikey, have you heard of a Chicano named Don Peña? Dan Peña from East Los Angeles. He's referring. Oh, yeah. He's great. I follow maybe a dozen. Dan Peña invests with Ace, Mike Martinez, Un Chino, 2 or 3 others, one Africano. And so I follow some of these because they motivate the shit out of me. When I'm in the office, it's go, 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 man. And what I want to educate and tell the raza is generational wealth. That's what I'm here to help create, generational wealth. If you want to know how to create that, get at me. Hit me, el mismo nombre del canal on IG, and I'm going to give you clecha. So Dan Peña, yeah, he's one of those, for sure his personality type is a driver, cabron. A lot of people don't know this. That's why they're not masters of sales. You have to understand there's 4 different personalities that make up planet Earth. The first one, like Dan Peña, he's a driver. Drivers are mostly doctors and lawyers. They don't want to hear bullshit. They get mad when you bullshit too much. Get straight to the point. What's the offer? What's in it for me? Those are drivers. The second one is expressive. These are the ones that just talk a lot. We a lot of raza were expressives because, hey, cabrón, vente pa acá, toma una chela, güey. We're expressives. And then there's amiable. There's another person I call amiable. Amiables are the ones that don't want to offend anybody, want to be nice, sometimes overly nice to people. And then the last one is an analytic. An analytic personality is the person, he or she, don't forget, there's he's or she's, that just dissect the whole situation. An analytic is never okay with just saying, yeah, I just went to the grocery store and came back. No, it could be the wife that's an analytic, and she wants to know, no. Well, what car did you take? Where'd you go? Where'd you park? How many things did you buy? How much did it cost? And then there's 4. But anyways, I don't even know how I got to those personalities. If you master learning how to connect with each one of those 4 personalities, you will become a master salesman or saleswoman in anything you do. I don't give a shit if it's behind the counter, selling perfumes or colognes, door to door, door knocking, on the phone telemarketing, whatever. Once you learn those 4 personality types and how to connect to each and single one, you're a master, cabron. But anyways, I do follow Dan Pena. You know, America's in the casa. That's right. I wonder if this would have happened under Trump. Well, cabron, no, cabron. No, man. Under Trump was just nothing but prosperity. Last thing he wants to do is just ruffle feathers. The only thing that we're doing under him was, of course, he wasn't perfect, right? You know, he had NDAs and paid off shit from the past and dirt and smut and all that. But no, he was trying to uplift the people, lift the morale of the country. And you know what? Trump didn't have to do a damn thing, gente. Why? Because every single day the news wasn't wanting to report record stock market. The news didn't even want to talk. They didn't give him a W, or for Melania being the first, and I could be wrong, cabrones. We'll talk about Lefty right now, and if his comments are racist, or is he just saying what people are thinking, but don't have the balls to say? I don't know. We'll talk about that right now. Plus, I got a video. I'm going to put up an IG video on that. But anyways, how come Melania was not praised for being the first lady of foreign descent? I thought they wanted to celebrate women everywhere, right? Women accomplishing this, women accomplishing that. Oh, wait a second. No, they only want to give accolades to women if it fits their agenda. If it doesn't fit their agenda, they won't talk about it, or they won't even report it. Say there was a shooting, and oh my gosh, it had to be un pinche gabacho. Oh, it's all over the news, and this guy right here, Kyle Rittenhouse, and all kinds of shit, right? Okay. But luego, when it's a shooting, all of a sudden the Texas shooter, okay, he was an Africano or something like that. Oh, well, we don't want to mention the Texas shooter. It doesn't fit in our agenda. You see what kind of bullshit that is? But the news, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already heard this, the news is no longer the pinchy news. The news is an agenda. So if you want to tap into the agenda, tap in at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Anyways, that wouldn't happen under Uncle Trump, but I don't know. Again, at the end of the day, I don't know. It didn't happen. We already seen a track record of 4 years, and that was during this when the sea was hitting, and they were still breaking records when the sea was hitting. So imagine no sea and having just full, authority to be able to make moves and make deals. Trip out on this. I went to Mexico under Trump, right? And there was this where my father-in-law lives. He lives in Mexicali, right? There was a little store called Viva Mexicali. It was in the hood. I mean, it's in the barrio. I mean, it's in Mexico, dirt road Mexico, right? And so the guy had always sold Mexican chips, Mexican snacks, and Tecate beer, period. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, to keep it real. That's it. And then trip on this. So we've been going since we've been married, right, to Mexicali. All right. 2000, we got married in 2004, January. And so all those years, there was no Trump, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here he goes. Trump gets into office. The Mexico-Canada agreement gets revamped, totally revised, gente. We go back to Mexico. These are signs that nobody on the pinchy internet has to be able to convince you, fuck what anyone says. You go, the proof's in the fucking barrio. Look at the communities. You can tell when policies are helping people. No hay que ser unos pendejos and just be like, oh, this is what CNN said or Fox said. Look at the community. Look if the policies are helping the people or not. Don't just live in a box. Well, if you're like me, trying to be a humanitarian and help gente, right? All of a sudden, when Trump came into office, we went back to Mexicali. This dude was balling out of control. I mean, he might as well have had gold chains on, gold rings all over. He might as well have had the aviators with his little Hawaiian shirt, and just a little toothpick. And he was balling out of control because for the first time in his life, in his store in Mexico, this is a real life story. The first time in his life at his store in Mexico, he was able to sell Doritos, Snickers, pinche papitas americanas, American snacks. And this old man, it was so intriguing, I had to start a conversation with him. And, of course, he's behind the scenes, kind of like, not really, he's not manning the register or anything like that. He's the store owner. Nomás quería preguntarte unas cosas. Ha mirado, has aumentado de inventario aquí. ¿Qué pasó? Oh, era Trump. Straight up. This is what the Mexican dude said. He knew where to give the credit to. Era Trump. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué hizo Trump? Or Trump. He said Trump. Oh, Trump. ¿Qué hizo Trump? Anyway. He said, el nuevo pacto entre México y Estados Unidos y ahora podemos intercambiar mercancía. Never been done before. This dude tripled his income for 4 years. And this was done, someone could fact check me. This was done within 6 months of him stepping into office. I'm just saying, movers and shakers. I know some people get all up in their feelings. Let's talk about Lefty Gunplay, la chingada, because you guys are going to get all up in your feelings when I tell you what's the reality. What's going to help the economy? And guess what? The raza has a lot more backbone now. A lot more. We always did have backbone, but we got a lot more balls now to be like, fuck this. I got to vote with my wallet. Fuck your feelings. Anyways, all right. So anyways, let me go ahead and bring up something, okay, that people have been wanting me to comment. Mikey, what do you think of this individual Lefty on what he said, Mikey? Is he a racist? Again, I've seen some captions, but I didn't have the damn time. Plus, I don't want to, just try to kind of preconceived notions. I try to think for myself from what I see. I'll say I believe none of what I hear, half of what I see, right? That's right. Miss ChicanoTube is in the casa. She says MAGA. Miss ChicanoTube no tiene pelos en la lengua. I'm telling you guys, you might see her on Friday night. You might see her for the 1 year anniversary. It's schedule fitting. But don't worry, because every time Mikey is on ChicanoTube, it's Chicano Hour. So it's Chicano Hour every single time Mikey's on. Or if I do a live in passing, we're still live on Chicano Street. It's still the Chicano Hour. ¿Qué hubo? Someone also sent me a thumbnail in the runner saying, oh, I got diabetes. Always playing the fucking victim, huh, runner? You're always playing the victim. You're the last cabron that should be talking about keeping it real. Yeah, you're only going to fool 16-year-olds, and I don't wish you to be sick or none of that shit, but you dug your own pinchy grave, so it is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and hear, and then let's react live to what Lefty Gunplay said. And we're going to let you know what the raza thinks. Other channels have talked about it. Okay, maybe. I'm not sure. But we're going to let you know what the raza thinks, and then I'm going to turn it over because this is one of those discussions that I'm going to leave open-ended. I'm really going to just be giving facts on this discussion. I'm going to let the people decide. You guys in the comment section, I would do that, what Lefty says. I wouldn't do that, what Lefty says. Or what you said, Mike, I agree with. Or what you said, I disagree with. Let's hear what the young man has to say. Again, I don't know if he's a Chicano. Gente, his name is Franklin Holiday. I mean, I hate to pull paperwork, but we might need to pull paperwork. I'm tired of these cabrones that just come on here and try to mooch off the raza and try to leech off the culture. And we got the most beautiful culture, Chicanismo, Chicanos, Mexicanos, Mexican-American, I don't know what you want to call it. The most beautiful culture. Tenemos la ventaja to be born in los Estados Unidos, those of us that could be, and come from a place that's just full of cultural pride and heritage. To have any other kind of guy say, yeah, I'm a Chicano. Well, a lot of people want to be Chicano. Like we got one pendejo, Alvin, right? He's saying he's representing the people. Don't go down that path again, gente. He's going to want 100 motherfuckers to go with him to go and settle his beefs. And it's his mouth causing these crashes, okay? And I don't know why he's speaking politics. You have no shame at all, huh? Alvin has no fucking shame at all, huh? He's one of these guys that'll pinche steal from you and then walk up to your pad and want to kick it after. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and turn it over to the young man, Lefty. Is Lefty finally right?
Like honestly, me myself personally, I'm not gonna come home or I'm not gonna let my daughter come home with a black dude. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is out here. For my people, and like I'm sure if a black girl came home and with a straight SA dude, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? In LA, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? For me to go and have a baby with a black girl, and you know, and I've never been with a black girl, but I've flirted with black girls, and shout out to the black, there's some beautiful black girls, but it's different. And just LA makes you like that, and you can't sugarcoat it and beat around the bush. You think like,
damn, he said a lot. Shit. Let's unpack this, gente. Hold on. Let me hit the tres flores one more time. It's because I don't want to put on the hat because, shit, I started. Boom. All right, so there's a lot to unpack. Let's unpack this. First of all, hit the pinche like. Cultura Cafe says, Dan Logue. That's right. You try Suavecito pomade? Yeah, I have. But it left the pinche, the pillow looking like, man, it's just slippery. The pillow looked like it had an oil change done on it. So I don't use that no more. Now I just gel it up and I comb my hair to the side, gente, because yo tengo muchas citas con, a lot of clientes, and so I gotta be always on my point. I suit up every day. I basically wake up in a suit. So it's never the slick back looking like Magic. It's funny, I just seen a meme the other day, and it was a picture of Magic, and he had, it was shining. He had the brillantina, right? And it was a picture of Magic, right? And him in his tank top and right there with his looks on, right? And he's looking off to the side. And he said, if your father looked like this, you have siblings you don't know about. Puro pedo, man. That's right. Before we get into the young man's Lefty comments, MAGA, that's right. They're banging. Straight Chicali. That's right. JM Ortega, straight Chicali, man. We're going to be going in a couple months after the heat waves got on. The heat waves are on right now. Smoke of the Local Bear asked the Biden why they won't pay federal wildland firefighters to deserve a living wage. I'm telling you, man. You think Trump would have done something like that? Hell no. He's going to have the country feeling safe, protected, even though there's difference of opinions, right? They tried arguing against those pinchy SROs in school. I was one of the cabrones here in Salinas going to the city council. Of course, I was speaking with my local district guy, but he was telling me just, push it at the council meeting también. Going to city council and saying, we need SROs. This middle school that my kids are in, they're running a fade on average every 11 days. There's a fight. Every 11 days. They're confiscating cuchillos. The youngsters are banging. They just look soft, but they're still as dangerous or more dangerous because they can care less about taking 10 bodies and spending the rest of their life at 13 years old, 14, 15. They don't think. That's what's dangerous about it. But I was the one arguing like, fuck, no, we need SR. We need these cabrones to be in school. Or else how long are we going to wait when an altercation happens? Just because they scared you. Oh, there's an SRO right there. If they see a probation officer every day, it's a school to prison pipeline. Nothing about their choices. Nothing about accountability. Oh, fuck, man. Now I'm digressing as fuck, man. But here, this is one of those issues that we're going to be talking about on ChicanoTube for damn sure. It's an election year, cabrones, so be on the lookout. Anyway, let's get back to the young man over here, okay? This young, now I got to play it again because I lost my train of thought. Puro Chicali, that's right. Okay, shit. We got Cachanillas in the casa. That's right. Risky Business is laughing. I don't even know what the pinche he's laughing about. NAFTA, orale. That's right, everyone. It's time familia business. What are familiar with? That's right. Gets often confused for racism. Okay. West Sacramento's in the casa, 49er fan. That's right, my boy. West Sacra's in the casa deep, man. Hit that pinche like, hey, keep tapping in, cabron. We wrench up day oneers here. That's for damn sure. Denver made Denver tapping. Nothing wrong with trying to preserve your cultural line. Hello, Miss Diaz. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and play it one more time because then I'm not going to read the comments.
Like honestly, me, myself, personally, I'm not going to come home or I'm not going to let my daughter come home with a black dude. I'm going to be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is out here for my people. And like, I'm sure if a black girl came home and with a straight SA dude, they're going to be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? In LA, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? For me to go and have a baby with a black girl, and and I've never been with a black girl, but I've flirted with black girls, and shout out to the black, there's some beautiful black girls, but it's different. And just LA makes you like that, and you can't sugarcoat it and beat around the bush. Like,
damn, okay, now let's go ahead and get into it. So the reason I laugh was because he's the soundtrack. O sea, these editors, they know when to hit a pinche a thing. Like when I'm talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks and I hit you with the... That's because he's a big bozo the clown that got fired from politics, but you guys want to take political advice from him. It's all good. Anyways, so this is what he said. So is he right or is he wrong? Immediately, if you hear those words and say, you were just looking to throw something at him, well, first of all, that haircut is fucked up, man. If I had that haircut that he had, I would want my money back. That's for sure. But he said, I would never let my daughter date a black guy. And then the soundtrack, boom, sound like some pinche a gong from Bloodsport, a la chingada, gong. It's editors know what's up. It's all pinche dramatic effect. He said, I would never, but then he continued on because there is a word called context. You don't really know the context of what the person's saying until you hear everything out. What was said before, the impact point, and what was said after. So let's look at the context. After he said, just like a black individual, him, her, African American, black, whatever you want to call it. Today's JuneTeenth. We'll talk a little bit about that too, if we get to it. Then he said, just like as awkward as it would be if an African American, a black family, had a daughter and the daughter walked in with the Mexican. Well, he said essay. Okay. So, okay. So maybe the guy walked in, and he got the pinche, the 48s creased up, and the guy's standing there like, he's standing there like Paco. You know what I mean? Pulling the middle up, and that could be a problem. Now, he's saying this is how it is in Los Angeles historically when you're talking about the streets, historically from the days of the Zoot Suit riots. Historically, there has been a lot of tension in the streets between those communities. The Mexican community and the black community. I'm just speaking the real.
Anti-grifter.
To accept.
That's right, my boy. Anti-grifter is in the casa, man. I appreciate you. You're live on Chicano Street, cabron.
Hey, how's it going, Mikey? Did you get that text I sent you? I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago.
I did, cabron. Very, very interesting. It gets better and better.
He's interviewing him tomorrow, I think.
Oh, this is crazy. I know fired politicians interviewing politicians trying to take seats. I don't know what's going on, but again, his vision is to try to let's grow this and then we'll have a voice. Hey, the Cali Mac is done. The Cali Mac is done. The Cali Mac, like Marvelous said, is just a shopping center in Mexico. Or what do you think? Resurgence? Is there a resurgence happening?
Man, I want to know what that guy actually thinks of Alvin. I mean, I'm sure he has to know his history, right? He can't just be willy-nilly interviewing whoever he wants, can he?
No.
I mean, he has to have a whole. I mean, dude, it's the freaking DA of Los Angeles County, the biggest county in America. He has to know, or somebody in his team, right?
Well, cabron, about like the chisme, the YouTube yarda, and all this cotorreo on the internet, not everyone knows everything. Really, what they look at is the cover. They look at the channel, how many subscribers they got, and obviously they're trying to get a message out or get elected, and they're going to go on there. They're not. Yeah, that's all they're going to look at is the cover.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good point. After he wins, he's probably just going to dump, the guy and go somewhere else. Sorry, go ahead.
Hood Stocks has almost 180,000 subs now, organically, I think.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The only thing about going on Hood Stocks is if you're one of these cabrones that go on Hood Stocks, you're looking at about 5-6 motherfuckers with no shirts, all blasted up. You're nervous during the whole interview if we're going to get stomped out after.
Hey, but you know what?
Go
Shout out to Hood Stocks. Actually, they're okay in my book. They don't start drama. They're okay. They're okay. I want to move on to the next subject. You had a caller like 2 weeks ago. I think his name was P Door. I think I don't think I'm saying the name right.
Okay.
But he was calling. He predicted. Remember, if you remember, when all that stuff when Norby was going on, and they were saying, "Oh, he's racist," blah blah blah. He predicted it that now it was going to open the floodgates, open Pandora's box into other people. And right now, I guess you can see the brothers attacking Mexicans, right? And look what's going on now with Lefty. That caller predicted it. Am I right?
True. I mean, if you could look at it that way también, it's just these things are hitting. And again, we're in an election year, cabron. So this racism stuff has just started.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I've been paying attention to all the people that attack Norbies, and now the people that are, see, right now there's like a split. There's some people that are defending Lefty and some that are attacking Lefty. But the funny thing is, bro, the people that were attacking Norbies are now defending Lefty. It's like, dude, these guys don't care about all that, that they're racist. They just want to use whatever's going on to fit their stupid agenda. And look, I'm going to call two people out. Poetic Jala and some other clown named Dusty Vision. Dusty Vision is good friends with Alvin. So he's picked up for Alvin during that time with Norbies. And now he's saying that Lefty, he's okay. So, it's just like they say, that selective politicking crap. So, yeah, Poetic Jala and Dusty Vision, they're a bunch of clowns.
I get it, because when it's convenient for them, they back people up because they're in their pocket or there's an agenda and we're homies or whatever. Yeah. I get that. You're going to see that a lot. I tell the people, don't even back me up. If I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. That's it. You know what I mean? But once you got a line jacket on you, or you let the people down, you walked away from helping the people. Because it's funny, because like Alvin, okay, he's telling the people, if you or others would have never sent me that info that the motherfucker got fired for only going to 2 meetings in 1 year, and then he doesn't even, he doesn't even apologize to the people, and he says it was about a printer. I'm like, what the fuck? Bro, you left fucking your community because of a printer, and you don't even think you owe him an apology. But again, he's the kind of cabron that he's going to do his thing. It burns him, though, that fucking I even exist. He wishes I wasn't alive. He wishes I wasn't breathing.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, well, we're not going to get off his neck, though. We're going to keep on his fucking neck.
Yeah, he probably thought it was a 3D printer or something. I don't know. But
he left the people in northeast North Hollywood, because of a printer. You know what? If you can't go against adversary like that, how do you even want to go to the main arena of politics, which is the actual city council? I think
Yeah,
he
like
just, I think he has a contentious attitude. That's what I think.
Yeah, like I said last week, I think if he does run for city council, it's just gonna be to get money and say, "Oh, we tried our best." But yeah, let me see what else do I have here for you. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, like people are attacking Norbies, but now they're saying Lefty isn't racist. And look, let me say what I think about Lefty. I don't think it's racist what he said. However, I get it. It's gonna, people are under scrutiny or whatever.
Well,
But
let me ask
at
you.
the same time,
Yeah, go.
at the same time though, look, he's doing hip hop. Hip hop is a black man's sport, and that's just what I feel. Some people might feel different. So it's like it's like people make the analogies, right? Like imagine like a white person or Asian or whoever try to make Spanish music and mariachis and be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna let my kids be Mexicans. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. You get me? So yeah.
I do. So let me ask you this, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want. If you had a daughter, would you say what Lefty said, or if you don't want to answer, that's fine. And is Lefty saying what a lot of people are just thinking but don't have the balls to say?
Well, let me answer the second question. Yes, he is saying what a lot of people think but don't want to say. And look, again, not everyone thinks like that, okay? Like me personally, I don't really, because I don't have kids, but if I did have kids, I wouldn't really care. As long as they're good people, you can size people up right when you meet them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And especially if they're families. Once you meet the person, it's one thing, but when you meet their family, that's when you know for sure, okay, they're good people or bad people. So I don't care.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you. Pinche anti-grifter guy. I appreciate you, my boy. Gracias for tapping in on Chicano Street, cabrón.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Hey,
Bye.
ándale, cuídate.
Later.
I just wanted to ask that question también. You know what I mean? Because, again, at the end of the day, I'm on some Martin Luther King shit. I don't need to reiterate that every single time, but you already know how it is. But it's an open-ended question to the people. Is it just because we grew up in certain communities and only grew up amongst the raza that, when there was a family photo and there was an outlier that wasn't raza, was it something like it wasn't accepted? It was just like it's something that stands out. However you want to take that. You can take that with a grain of salt, or you don't have to. This is an open-ended discussion. I'm trying to give it to the people. Is Lefty saying what the people actually think but don't have the balls to say? You know what? I just want my daughter to date inside of our raza because it just makes things easier. Is that what most of the raza thinks and just won't say? That's right, ERA 209. No issues taking. Orale. Denver tapping in. That's right, my boy. Denver tapping in. And you already know you got Mile High Hustle coming up. We'll put the poster up maybe in a little bit. In November, making it a November to remember. That's right, ERA 209. That's right, fuck Joe Biden's in the Casa MAGA. Two Pinchy Flats. Bay Area Proud Boys. Banging. Do your thing, my boy. Do your thing. This is what happens when they make the wrong people famous. No education, but... This is what happened when the wrong people get famous. I will say this. There's been a lot of interviews with Lefty Gunplay, and the more he talks, the more he digs himself in a hole. Why can't he keep it about entertainment and business? First off, again, I want to know if he's Chicano or not. No one's telling me that. How come no one's commenting? I need someone to go and do the research to see if he's Chicano or not. Risky business. You're live on Chicano Street, cabrón. What you got to say?
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to say buenas noches,
Hey, buenas noches to you and yours. Where you are? OTR? You're on the road?
Oh, ya sabes que sí, güey.
Making that money. That's right, cabrón. Dime, what you got to say? The draft or Lefty? Talk to me.
Yeah, making that money. I'm on my way to Denver again. That's my weekly run, man. Denver once a week. Back to the Valle. Back to South Texas.
I think Cholo Trucker, I could be wrong, but I think he made a video a month or two ago that he's owner-operator now.
Oh, no shit, he hit OTR?
Is that the next level? Is that like como agarras más dinero en tu bolsa?
Owner-operator just means that, which is the same thing that I am. I own and operate my own rig.
Okay, so it was basically about buying the rig. That's the whole thing, or is there a license to get? Or
Yeah. No, so basically, first you're just a driver, right? You drive for somebody. Then if you become an owner-operator, you open your own entity and get your own truck and hit the road.
Go from a
you're in charge of everything.
From a W-2 to self-employed, pretty much.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So talk to me, man. That new draft law, that's Nervioso or Lefty Gunplay. Is he saying what the raza is thinking, but doesn't have the balls to say? ¿Qué dices tú?
Well, I don't see the big deal, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't see the big deal on his comment, because he was commentating on his daughter. So him giving his opinion or his preference on his child, he's entitled to that. You know what I mean? He didn't say I believe. He didn't say I believe everybody should do this or your kid should do this. He said my child. You know. So first I would like to point that out, and then second, to answer your question, yeah, I believe he is saying, just like Anti-Grifter said right now, I believe he is saying what a lot of people are thinking, but don't have the balls to say. You know, it's the whole it's the whole cancel culture, the whole no backbones, you know, the whole weenies.
But you can't just say we can't just say that it's only the raza that believe that, because I'm sure within other circles are just saying marry a German, it's easier, marry a Russian, it's easier. Or am I wrong?
Yeah. No, yeah. Because look, let's just say for the black community, right? For the black community that's saying, or for the members of the black community that would have a problem with what Lefty said, right? I would like to ask them, would you want your daughter with a quote unquote paisa?
Here you go. Here you go.
Or would that be an issue?
I'm sure if we had someone from another culture, and if they were truthful, they'd probably say it's an issue because this is just, it's out of the norm. But again, there's people that say, well, if you say that, you're racist.
Yeah, I don't believe that to be true. I don't know. Like I said, I'm speaking on what he said about his kid, right? As far as what he feels personally, whatnot, between the whole politics or whatever, that's something else that could also get dissected, right? But that's neither here nor there. But like I said, for his kid, right? Yeah, I mean, I would like to think that I can openly express what my preference is for my child, and for somebody not to feel offended by it. You know what I mean?
That's right. Absolutely, man. Hey, gracias for the super chats. Enrique Ledesma and DFW Photographer says, Mikey, will ChicanoTube be live on election night? You're damn skippy. We're going to be live on election night. But again, in the middle of the night, if they bamboozle and change the numbers and do what they do, board up windows, we got what we saw coming already, because I think they already ran that show once. But yeah, as far as Lefty goes, do you know, is he Chicano way? Because his name is Franklin Holiday.
I don't think it matters, bro. I don't think it matters because I don't think he's ever said that he is Chicano. Look. This is why I'm saying that, bro. This is real shit.
It doesn't matter if Chicanos are Russian?
No. Hold on. Let me say what I got to say first. The reason I say that, Mikey, is because this is a dude that claims to be, or not claims to be, is, or whatever. You know, I don't even know, but he's openly saying he's a Southside rapper. He's never saying he's a Chicano rapper. I really never heard him say anything about Chicanoism, or anything of that. He's really speaking on gang culture. So what does gang culture have to do with Chicano culture? You know what I mean? So, but to answer your question, is he Chicano? I mean, I don't know much about him other than he goes by Lefty Gunplay and he raps and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know where he was born, where where his parents are from, or none of that shit.
Yeah, no, he's only said that he has included himself in saying raza. So I know he is that. And of course there's people, there's people that say, Miklo's definition is the right one, that they're Chicanos they're Chicanos in Japan and they're all that, they're low riding.
Yeah.
I get it and stuff like that. I don't know. I was just I wanted to bring that, and he said this. What do you think about this? Let me ask you if you agree with them real quick, because the lines are blowing up, and we'll go. He goes, hell yeah, I'm a Democrat. I'm raza. Razas are Democrats.
You know what? I did hear that, bro. And you know what?
Thoughts?
He wouldn't be lying, bro. He wouldn't be lying. Just and you know what? And honestly, he gets this from the older people in his family. Loose conversations that he's probably heard here or there. You know what I mean? Because really, what the hell does he know about Republicans or Democrats or none of that shit? But the reason that I'm saying that is because if I put myself back as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And just running around loosely hearing a conversation here and there, watching what my jefitos are watching on the news or whatever, I would say, if somebody were to ask me, hey, what are you guys? I would say the same thing. I would say Democrats. As a child, as not having gone into politics, really dissecting it, because really it's not even Democrat or Republicans. Really what we're talking about socialism or capitalism. The rich are socialism, but the average American is under capitalism. But that's a discussion that we can have another time. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I think that's just why, bro. Just because like I said before, the raza, from some time back, definitely sided with Democrats. If you want my brief explanation,
give it to
it's
me
just
brief,
because
cabrón.
Democrats. Yeah, it's because Democrats raza has always lined up with Democrats because that's who's for the people. I'll put that in quotation marks. And Republicans has always been the rich people. You know what I mean? So the raza never
I get it.
never aligned with those views, right? So I think that's why we.
That's right. We'll continue this conversation. I got other calls, man. I appreciate you, Risky Business. Hey, eyes on the road, cabrón. Stay between the lines.
Hey, Mikey, last question, bro, real quick.
Dime.
Hey, how is it possible that in 2016, me as an owner-operator, barely getting by in my truck, paid more taxes than Donald Trump did in 2016? Explain that to us in the live, and I'll jump off.
Ándale. Take care, cabrón.
How is it possible that he paid $750 in 2016?
All right. I'm going to explain that when I offline, cabrón. I appreciate you, Risky Business.
Órale.
And bye. Here we go. That's right. Gracias for the super chat. That's right. Reyes Alvarez in the casa. Saludos al pinche güero y el alto. Risky Business. That's right, cabrón. I highly appreciate your support. Hey, with these super chats, that's why we got this giveaway on Friday night. We accumulate the super chats, and then here we go now. We got a 2X. We got a 2X men's tank top right over here for the men. It's the summertime, cabrones. So I know you want this pinchy men's tank top right over here. So 2X men's tank top. We got something for the ladies. This is a large for the ladies. I'm giving you the pinchy dimensions, the measurements. That way you guys know to call in. If it doesn't fit, I guess you can call in and just give it away. If you win, you win, right? Name that movie. Of course, they're going to be my favorite Chicano movies. This is a ladies beanie. And then we got something for the fellas over here, the men's pinchy work utility beanie. All for you guys. Tap in this Friday night. Maybe Miss ChicanoTube might grace us with her presence if her schedule opens up. And let me go ahead and answer what Risky Business said. Why am I paying more taxes as a middle class, I guess, filer, as opposed to hotel billionaires? It's called the tax codes. It's called knowledge of the tax codes. Cabron, I want to just also say it like this. It's kind of like real estate investors' way. Most real estate investors are multi-millionaires. That's why they have 30 to 100 flips happening at the same time. 30 to 100 deals happening simultaneously at the same time because the money just works itself. Multiple 1031 exchanges to reinvest and reinvest and reinvest. That's just what the laws are. So hotel billionaires do the same thing. They just know them better than me and you. I just got to keep that a buck. They know these tax laws better than me and you because they got accountants on a whole nother level because their tax forms are on a whole nother level higher than ours. So why is there a lot of people paying taxes, but the rich pay taxes? I understand your point of view. I understand that you see that as not fair. In a perfect world, some people say the more privilege should be taxed more. I get it. But they know the loopholes. Remember in that one debate with Trump and Hillary? He said, hey, did you avoid paying taxes? He didn't even deny. I don't know if it was avoid paying taxes. He said something to a lesser degree of, paying taxes. And he said, and you know why I do that? Her friends all benefit from the same tax breaks. So there's tax breaks. I know it sounds unfair. It's a system we're in. What are we going to do, cabrón? That's why I LLC'd a content creator series of fighting. When I LLC'd it, just to let the gente know, 10% less tax break. I went from 25% tax break on the LLC, before the LLC, to turning it into a limited liability company. Now it's only 15% tax. At least I'm just trying to put more money in the fighters' pockets. Again, a lot of people had commented and got it twisted. When I started up Content Creator Series of Fighting, I said, I'm not putting up no guaranteed money. This is basically going to be, let's see if the people are truly supportive. Someone could have 100,000 subscribers, but only 500 motherfuckers want to see the fight. And it is what it is, I'm able to see now people's drawing power, and maybe we'll get to a point, I'm sure we will, once the money's in the bank, because first thing we want to do is start traveling with the team. Once we get this thing on the road to Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Colorado, where all the raza, is, I want to start traveling with the team and take care of those expenses for the team. And then when enough money gets accumulated, ROI, return on investment, then we'll start giving guaranteed money out. Some people want to guarantee, like when I reached out to Milk, when I reached out to other individuals, they wanted guaranteed money. It ain't happening right now because I'm not going to be losing money at a fast rate, no matter if my name's behind it or not. We got to do the right business. It's called Business 101. So anyways, Risky, that's your long answer, cabrón. A lot of people also got a little bit in their panties in a bunch because Big Tone just went on No Jumper. Big Tone is a Northern California rapper, entrepreneur. He made his money. Now he's actually real estate investing. A lot of people didn't know because that's another level of the game. He started real estate investing with his money, and he just went on No Jumper, and some people's panties are all up in a bunch. But again, Adam is only going to capitalize and do what Adam does. If it's not about going viral, Adam doesn't give a shit about it. He'll do anything to go viral. It's going to be a shit show. It's going to be Jerry Springer getting up, almost rushing Flaco, one guy holding him by the shirt, and you really think he wanted to take off on him? Gente, you already know this shit is staged. Just like Alvin. Alvin has admitted to staging multiple beefs for your view. For your view. Yet the people want to go on his podcast and say he's a real one. He's a solid one. He represents the people. And I say bullshit. He's the opposite. An absolute opposite.
I'll kill you! Fuck these other vatos, ese! Get up, Chucky! Get up! You fuck with my familia, eh? You gotta answer to me here and now. Come on, toe to toe.
That's right, Reyes Alvarez. I appreciate that super chat. Love is one thing, but mixing just for the help, you end up lost. Okay, you lost me a little bit right there, cabron. Truth is, raza had low intelligence and get manipulated. I can see in certain situations, but again, I think we're talking about the lefty thing. And I don't even know, man, how the hell did the hour already fly by, man? I was going to talk about JuneTeenth. Forget JuneTeenth. We ain't talking about no JuneTeenth. Forget JuneTeenth. It's a federal holiday, so some of you cabrones got off today. Hey, the good thing about it is that you're off today, right?
Sorry, sir. Your call can't be completed.
Help! I've been deported. I'm in Tijuana. Javier, can you hear me? Estoy en Tijuana, Javier. Jesús está en Tijuana. Madre
That's right.
Santa.
Nino America. I love that. One of my favorite movies. Tune in on Friday night, you guys. We're going to have the giveaway, tank tops and beanies, and who knows what else we're going to have. And Miss ChicanoTube right here, the queen of controversy, if she's available, will come on one more time. Nino America is in the casa. If you haven't already subscribed over to Nino America, go ahead and subscribe over to the channel. He was catching bullets for conservatives when motherfuckers did not want to be frontliners. But Nino America was a straight frontliner for Lexit, but more importantly, for conservatives. Taxation is theft. Yes, a lot of people didn't know that. Taxation is a foreign concept. That's not a native concept to the Americas. But guess what happened after it started getting instituted and came from Europe? I could be wrong. This is only what I've researched. Guess what happened? Saying, yeah, whether they call it tribute or they call it taxes, whatever fancy name they call it, they're taking your money. And they're doing what they want with their money. And then they get comfortable taking your money. Man, I don't want to get into it, man. But before I go, though, because I am going to wrap up maybe at 7:30 right now, I want to talk about ChicanoTube 3.0. 3.0.
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
Before we go, I do want to talk about, let me read some comments, and then I'm going to talk about Chicano 3.0, and then it's a wrap. Let's go back to JuneTeenth, cabrones, and relaxing and maxing out, okay? If you are in business, that's right. Trump is smart. That's right. Miss ChicanoTube, the first lady of the channel, is in the comment section. Trump is smart. He did his taxes legally through the tax codes that Democrats made. Bingo. And then you were talking about the new draft law in the beginning. Risky Business hears this. He might not like it. But, or if anyone hears this and they don't like it, I totally understand. Shit, man. No more phone calls, though. I'm going to take the phone number off for these cabrones get hot on the line. Is a lot of people are saying, why go to the military? Why get drafted and go fight for the USA when really I'll be fighting for Democrats? Oh, people, you're not ready for that conversation. You're not ready for that conversation. But anyways, let's talk about ChicanoTube 3.0. That's right, the show debt. That's right. Like being worth 10 million but have 30 million in debt. Yeah, some people are, cabron. They just know how to. Like that one guy, what's the name? Rich father, poor father. The guy was always talking about working your money, but the way you work your money is really through debt. That means you're transferring assets, not liabilities. We don't need liabilities. Maybe I'll do a video on the difference because a lot of people are buying liabilities when they should be buying assets, and maybe the raza needs to know that. Trust me, I'll give you sound financial advice. I'm not like Alvin that has 2 bankruptcies. Risky Business says it's socialism versus capitalism, cabron. Democrats versus capitalism is the lie. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, cabron. You're saying Democrats and Republicans are just 2 groups made to look like they catch all the fucking arrows because they're the lawgivers, when in essence it's really the powers that be, globalists, elites, the ones that really run the country. Okay, we're talking about pharmaceutical industry, medical industry, the people that really run the country. They want to take your pinchy property. Guess what it's called? Eminent domain. And they will come and snatch all your fucking property up because they have the laws under them. So socialism versus capitalism, I get that, cabron. But if we were under socialism, we'd have a ceiling. And when we're under capitalism, there is no ceiling. So people that don't like ceilings, people that like ceilings are not hustlers. people that don't like ceilings are major motherfucking money makers and movers, if that makes sense. That's right, Tino Martinez, I appreciate you. One thing is Mexicans have other races. That's right, mi amiga. I know I've seen you on the live before, mi amiga. Okay. A ver. If I could get in the live, come on. That's right, mi amiga Tino Martinez. I appreciate you. So if you didn't know, most of the wrenches, I give wrenches over to the ladies because, I want to make sure that they are protected. If they see a weirdo and a weirdo makes a comment at them, I tell the ladies, whack them. Hit those 3 dots, 3 puntos, and boom, and whack them. And I know I've seen Tino Martinez here several times. I appreciate you, amiga. That's right, E-Rod too, man. My boy E-Rod, man. How come you didn't have a wrench, cabron? That's right, my boy. And my boy Beanie. What's up with my boy Beanie, man? That's right. All right. Okay. All right, cabrones. Here we go. All right. So what was I going to say? Oh, ChicanoTube 3.0, gente. I've really had it inside my head as far as leveling this thing up to the next level. And I've told you guys that I'm on a plan. I'm pretty much on a path to be able to retire, by the time I'm 50. I'm 43, I think. I think I'm 43. I'm 43. By the time I'm 50, I think everything is just going to work itself. And then I'll just be able to kind of supervise shit. And then we're going to go to the next level, which I'm going to make an introduction to, a plant the seed to right now, is we are going to revamp this studio right here, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, not everyone has, 20, 30 racks just to flip studios and shit like that. But this might be a 50 to 60 rack move. ChicanoTube 3.0 is going to be the next level of ChicanoTube. Again, I'm just planting the seed right now. So this is what I'm saying, is that by the time we do the ChicanoTube 3.0 studio, it's going to be that sit-down studio, and we're going to have a panel. And I don't know if it's just going to, I want quality. I don't want quantity. I also don't want cabrones that can't be consistent, because consistency is the key. I've seen Blue Devil try to do it. Blue Dildo, I'm sorry. I've seen Blue Dildo try to do it, but it's like a knockoff of No Jumper, and it's not working. You got one dude that looks like he's on methadone, the other dude that looks like he still lives with his mom and his mom dresses him, and the other guys are just guests that come in. And then, of course, you got Blue Dildo, who's 4'10", just like Alvin. He's 4'10" and looks like a potato. So that's not working. It's just not working. Everyone knows that everyone knows his back is broken, and he just has to talk shit for views and put a motherfucker's name in every title and caption. But anyways, ChicanoTube Studios 3.0, I was thinking of putting on a panel after remodeling the whole studio, and I'm thinking of having at least 3 guests on there on a weekly basis, and I'm talking about one I would extend the invitation over to EBK family. And again, these pinchy videos are going to be doing numbers, because now we're going to be shooting the shit, and it's all about the chemistry of the people that come on the show, period. So EBK family, I would love to extend the invitation over to them. By the time we get to this, it could be a year, it could be 5 years. It could be when I'm retired. I told you at 50, I want to be retired. I would love to have Chemo's Flicks also on the couch. Why? Because Chemo's Flicks is the cabron that remembers shit that was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 2 years ago, and he would be right there confirming shit. Hey, Mikey, no. You don't remember when he said this and he said that? Yeah, let's pull it up. And he pulls it up, right?
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos Locos forever. Forever.
And again, just remember this, gente. When we go to the 3.0 studio, it's going to be all about personality dynamics. That's what it has to be. The numbers are going to speak for themselves. If the gente don't love, EBK, chemo on the couch. You got me. I'm the businessman. I'm the one that's gonna balance everything out. You got EBK, just how he is. You got Chemo's Flicks, and then a fourth person for the ChicanoTube 3.0. That's what I'm thinking about. We need to plan our flag and say, you know what? This is the channel in Northern California that is the most poppinest pinche channel. And the only way it's going to happen, it starts with the vision and then ocupa lana. So if it ain't on the wood, it's no good. We got to have the cash to make it happen. So I'm thinking about that as to being the next level, but 11,000 soldiers. I highly appreciate you guys more than you know. That's right, Nino America. Tino Martinez, that's right. I appreciate you, amiga. No, I saw you're a day one. I don't know how you didn't have a wrench. You know what I mean? Internet Weenies says Internet Weenies. Lefty Gunplay won't last. Mark my words. That clown is on a self-destructive path. The only thing I do see about Lefty Gunplay is I do see that there was, like, I think some bad reactions in the nervous system, like to KJ. It was either for sure there was something that's not there because he can't even look straight. He can't even keep still. I'm just like, and this is just my observation, but again, I don't know. I think it's a flash in the pan. And, he said, oh, he got $1 million deal. Yeah, well, guess what? Before you make one penny, Tony A broke these deals down on his show. Before you make one penny, the company wants their $1 million back. And guess what that $1 million includes? All your video shoots, all your motels, all your parties, all the bookings and concerts and traveling on the road for your concerts. So after the $1 million is when you start making money. A lot of people didn't know how those deals are structured. So, las muchachas that are throwing themselves at Lefty, he's a millionaire. No, he's in debt. But anyways, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Risky Business in Casa, firecrackers, pa, 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 pa. That's right. 4th of July. Oh, don't forget, I'm going to have that 4th of July also. Made in the USA mix. That one is going to go hard. I'm going to come out in the pinchy USA tank top, USA goggles, USA hat, USA flags all over the place. It's going to be a good old time. I do it every single 4th of July. I don't know what day that falls on. But this Friday night, raza, mi beautiful, linda raza, is going to be the 1-year anniversary of ChicanoTube. 11,000 in 1 year. I highly appreciate you guys. So don't forget to hit that like. Do me the favor. That's all I ask. It's just hit the X on the chat real quick. Just a second. Just hit the X. Let me disconnect the phone. Hit the X on the chat. And then when you hit the X, just hit the like button. That's all we got to do is hit the like button because the numbers are there. 11,000 en un pinche año. As many raza as there is in Califas, our numbers are going to be crazy through the roof. And again, this is the people's channel. This is not Mikey's channel. This is bigger than Mikey. This is way bigger than Mikey. And I ain't no motherfucking egomaniac sitting on a horse that wants control of anything. I want you to get it before me. That's just my mentality. I got my mom's heart. I want to help people. And I know every time I help someone go to the next level, he helps me. That's just the way it works, man. It's universal. Mi chorizo. That's right. Flat currency. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Flat currency. I don't know, cabrón. We're talking about socialism shit. Chingado. That means, are you talking about equal income? Because if you're talking about equal income, just remember, that sounds good. It sounds like it would make poor class, middle class. But where does that money come from? It doesn't grow on trees. Where does the money? Just like the people coming across the border, full health care, and a sex change. A $50,000 operation because the guy comes to the United States and says, I'm not a guy. I'm a woman trapped in a man's body. So give me my sex change because I heard you guys pay for sex change. And where I came from, whatever country it is, they don't. So give me what I have coming now. Some of these motherfuckers are that demanding. It is what it is. If they're taking advantage of the system is letting them take advantage, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Artie Marin's in the casa. That's right. Ándale, Spider-Man. Now you logged in, cabrón. I was waiting for you, carnal. That's right. Stockton is in the casa. Spider-Man is in the casa. I appreciate it. That's my handball partner right there. Me and Spider-Man could have went down south to that handball tournament and just cleaned up shop. But cabron, you know what would have happened as soon as we got that pinchy trophy? That big fucking trophy for beating everyone at the Venice Beach handball tournament? Cabron, we would have turned around and all of a sudden seen like 50 bald head cabrones in a huddle. And if they're having a junta without us, it's all bad. That's right, Spider-Man. You just got wrenched up, cabron. I appreciate you guys. All right, you guys, live on ChicanoTube, live on Chicano Street. I highly appreciate you guys. We're going to come back for the 1-year anniversary on Friday night. And then don't forget, we got the Sunday night show. I was actually playing oldies this morning. Again, it's not a Chicano channel unless there's oldies in there. So I highly appreciate you guys. 1-year anniversary on Friday night. Maybe Miss ChicanoTube will be on there. We talked about, go back and watch the replay, man. We talked about the new draft law. We talked about Lefty. Is Lefty right? Did he just have the balls to say what the raza thinks but doesn't want to say because cancel culture? Ooh, you're a racist. If you were to say, you know what, I just prefer it. It is what's been happening for generations. And that's all we know. So nothing against anyone, but we just want it. But don't have the balls to say it. Did he have the balls to say it? And you just thought it? I don't know. And I planted the seed for the vision. Wait till ChicanoTube 3.0 studio gets constructed, or this is it, but remodeled. Once it gets remodeled and we get that sit-down style panel podcast, I'm going to send out the invitation for maybe a once-a-week show we could try to be consistent with. Maybe every 2 weeks. It's not quantity. I'm not trying to pump out a video every hour. Like, for what? If they're just not going to get any views or if the people aren't going to tap in, let's give the people quality. I would love to have EBK on the couch, Chemo's Flicks on the couch. Me, you got me as the businessman, head of content creator, series of fighting, the voice of reason. A lot of people call me the voice of reason, the one that's going to want to hear everything out. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And then we'll have a fourth person on the couch. We'll see who that is. Maybe we'll leave that couch open, that spot open for guests that want to rotate in or out. The last thing we're going to be doing is staging shit. I don't ever see us thinking to do that. Hey, stage a beef. Hey, you get up. Hey, someone's going to walk in and say, hey, get out of my studio and all this other shit that I've seen some clips like Blue Dildo do. Fake as hell. If the people want fake, you got Jerry Springer. But anyways, live on ChicanoTube, live on Chicano Street. Plenty more episodes coming soon. I'll see you, gente, with probably Miss ChicanoTube on Friday night. Mi beautiful, linda raza, I'm sounding off. Don't forget to hit that like. Enjoy the summer. I'm going to be in L.A. for a week in July. 1 week in July. I've been reaching out to some people. If we can get together, do a little carne asada or something like that. I'm going to have my whole family with me. So I'm going to take a week in L.A. in July. Let's see who I tap in with. Obviously, it's family time. We got things planned. We got Disney tickets. We got tickets to Goofy's Kitchen, which is the pinchy buffet at the Disneyland Resort, Universal Studios, other things that we got planned. But there's at least 1 or 2 days where I want to see some raza down in SoCal. So get at me. All my real ones have my straight chip. You can get at me and see what the dates are, and then maybe we can collab, do something, get together. If not, let me just buy you a pinche chelada, man. Let's shoot the shit, man, and buy a chelada, man. But anyways, I appreciate you, boss lady. Aquí, ¿cómo estás? That's right. I appreciate you, Boy Aguilar. That's right, Artie Marin. Operation That's right. Beanie says straight facts. You guys, I'm out live on ChicanoTube, live on Chicano Street. Many more episodes coming soon. I'll see you Friday night for the 1-year anniversary giveaway. Don't forget to hit that pinchy like button. But remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.